Okay, so question I got today I want to share with the people is someone came up to me and they're like, all right, so I have this friend, she plays sports a lot, she's super active, she eats healthy, and she can't seem to get to the body composition that she wants. She's a little bit heavier than she wants to be, not super comfortable in her body. Like, what do I tell her? When I hear that, there are a couple things that automatically come to mind, right? Is inconsistency or like fluctuations in eating and malnourishment. And so I think a lot of people are like, how can someone overweight be malnourished? It's clearly not. But we have to think about malnourished and the fact that like not properly nourished. You can consume enough energy to sustain your life, but not consume the right distribution of nutrients to optimize your life. And so a lot of times when people are asking nutrition questions, they're asking for optimization habits. They want to know, how do I get to the body composition that I am most comfortable? How do I do the things and feel better, do the things to feel better in my day-to-day life, right? And so if that's the case, then I find there might be a distribution pattern in what they're eating that's not going to optimize their life. So that's one thing I'd look at. Two, I would look at is the consistency of their eating pattern. I find that a lot of times when people kind of get stuck, there are a lot of ebbs and flows in regards to their eating patterns. They go long periods of times when they're not eating, or they go they eat a bunch at one time and then they might restrict, whether it's intentional or subconscious, for other periods of time. And it's the fluctuations in that one isn't good, because when your blood sugar is going up and down consistently like that, going long periods of time, it drops, then it goes back up because we have like a large intake. I find that is going to be super impactful in a negative way for our body, because we have to think about the fact that our body's number one priority is to preserve life. So with these erratic undulations in our eating patterns, it can really cause our body to shift and adapt in ways where it's going to start to process things differently than it would in an optimized state. Because optimally, we want our body to process food, utilize what it needs, get rid of what it doesn't, and move on to the next thing. But if it's like, to personify it, right? If it's like afraid, it might run out of fuel or not get fed enough. So if there are large ups and downs in the eating patterns, long periods of nothing, and then like big periods of stuff, and like it's super erratic, it's going to start to process things differently because it wants to make sure that it preserves life. That is its number one priority. So if you're at the point where you're like, I can't figure out what's going on, those are two things I'd look at. What is the whole distribution of my food look like in regards to throughout the day? How consistently am I being throughout the day? Am I eating every 3 to 4 hours, or are my blood sugars going up and down consistently? And also, like, what does the food intake look like? Am I actually getting in protein consistently? Am I getting in the produce I need? Those are a lot of things that I would look at first when I get that question.